Welcome to Stop Crying, I'm Talking.
We're starting now?
Yeah, you ready?
No.
Not even close. But that one's in, baby! You like that?
Welcome to Stop Crying, I'm Talking. I'm Cody.
I'm Trevor.
Trevor. Okay.
I don't know where you're going with that.
I just wanted to start off. I've been waiting to talk to you about this like all day, and I was awake all night. I watched the Joe Rogan, the Sober October with Ari, Tom, and Bert, and then Joe.
Yeah.
And they were talking about like what they were wanting to do for their Sober October challenge, and like I was just getting jacked. Like I was ready for like all of our ideas to start, and so like I was just like I need a sticky note, so that's what I started doing.
I read some of that and I was like, dude, you're just like you're so into this. You gotta see, like it looks like you just pulled out the nearest thing that you could write on and just like I gotta scribble every thought inside my brain right now. I cannot forget this.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what I did at like 4 a.m. Maybe later than that. And but like, dude, Joe Rogan was saying like they were trying to come up, and then Bert's like, I got it. There's no contest. We're gonna do a hip hop dance contest.
Okay.
So they were gonna hire like he had the whole thing proposed. He's like, we all gotta get our own choreographer. We'll dance to the same song, and then we'll train every day with that choreographer for a hip hop dance. We'll choose one song for all of us, and then at the end of the 30 days, we will all have a hip hop dance battle and like a video to go along with it. And then, but the only thing that they were struggling with is how to decide who wins, because they didn't want like judges in there because it'd be like biased on like, well, obviously I know Joe Rogan and I think he's the funniest, so I think he should win. So like they didn't know how to do that. So
yeah, the poll would like the worst thing you could do is have like an online poll because people
that's the other
who
thing
they prefer. So these guys couldn't find like professional judges or something?
That's the other thing. They thought like they said, what about Olympic judges? And then Joe Rogan just burst out there. He's like, they're the most like corrupt people in the world. And like he's like, they're corrupt. They don't know anything. And I was just like dying laughing. I was like, is he wrong? No.
Sure, he wasn't talking about UFC judges.
I don't know. He was. They were brought up Olympic judges.
I'm sure he has a pretty, what do you call it? What's the word?
Biased.
Biased. Yeah, he has a pretty like biased opinion of judges after all the best of fights he's seen, where it was like so close, but should have gone one way. Obviously, but the judges voted for it to go the other way.
Yeah.
He always talks about that.
But like one thing I'm pretty sure that they decided on is running. But like, so they're running and see who can run the farthest. Pure miles, can't use the treadmill, and it has to be tracked by a GPS app.
Okay, so basically it's not all at once. It's just like throughout the month. Okay.
Yep. But like, Joe Rogan proposed this. Obviously, he's gonna win. Like, compared, I mean, like they were saying, like Ari for sure is gonna get second, and then Bert's like, no, I'm gonna get first.
Yeah, Bert's ran marathons without training. He's totally good for it.
But he's just talking mad shit the entire time, and then he asked Joe, he's like, why do you think you're gonna get first? And Joe was like, right after this podcast, I'm gonna start training for it. And he's like, what? Like he was totally caught off guard. Joe's like, yeah, I'm gonna start training. Right now I weigh 200 pounds, so I'm gonna drop down to 180 as fast as possible. That's what I'm thinking. He's like, he's already like, or he's like, ahead. Yeah, I'm like, you're gonna drop down to 180 pounds. He's like, wait, you think you drop down, like lose 20 pounds? He's like, I don't think, I know.
He's like, got till October.
Yeah, he's like, well, yeah, I'm probably just going to start off easy, run 10 miles every other day, and then just kind of wean, and then as soon as October 1st, he's like, I'm just going to run 30 miles every day. in the month. And he's like, and you're not going to be able to do that day one. And then he's like, I'm just going to fucking smoke every single one of you guys. And then Bert's like, you're mentally unstable. And then he's like,
it seems to be like the direction of all their Sober October podcasts.
He's
it's just
like,
Joe just already mentally
dude,
like in
he was
their
already
heads.
like planned everything. I was like, dude, this guy is insane.
But that's the thing. That basically shows that he's already in their head.
Dude, he's already in first place.
Joe Rogan has already won because he's mentally he's just like he's in their heads.
And then Ari's just sitting over in the corner. Nah.
When your opponent like even doubts whether they're gonna be able to compete with you or not, that's when you've won.
The other thing that they threw out there, they're like, how about gymnastics? And then Joe's like, are you kidding me? Ari can't do that. He's fragile as shit. And Ari's over there with like a broken arm. He like broke 2 bones.
Oh,
and he's like, yeah, the doctor said I can't squeeze a ball for like another 19 months. Like, seriously? He's like, I don't know. I just made that up. But, okay. So I started thinking, I don't want to wait till October.
Oh, right, yeah.
But I wanted probably something to do with running.
Okay.
Too. So, like...
Most miles in a month, or who can run run the fastest? Like,
maybe not even, like, a contest between us, but, like... I wanted I know I want to run a marathon. That's what I came out like the conclusion. Like, I don't know. I feel like if they can do it, why can't we run a marathon? I feel like tomorrow we should be able to, like, no problem. So I'm thinking like September.
Not a marathon, maybe like a half marathon. Because I felt that way about like a 10K, and then I felt that way, dude. I ran a couple months ago, not even like a month ago, I ran my first 10K, like unofficial, just used the Map My Run app. It's like after 4 miles, my legs were just dragging, and I was running like a 12.5-minute mile.
I mean, after 3 miles the other day, I mean, I wasn't like worried, but I could feel my hips that I just ran. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's why my toe hurts is after running that far. But I'm pretty sure it's because I ran too fast.
Right. I mean, I just feel like... But, I mean, when would you want to do this then?
September. So I
so
thought...
run a marathon in September?
Do our version of Sober October in September.
Okay.
And that's one challenge.
Okay.
The other one was... So, like, pull up your phone right now. Pull up the settings.
Okay.
So, like, they're doing... like, just looking at it.
Is this the media fasting thing you were talking about?
Yeah, something like that. And go in there to screen time. So just under settings there.
I like your Wi-Fi. Who's your daddy?
Yeah.
By the way, you spelled "who's your daddy" wrong.
It's,
Who's WHOSE?
That's right.
No, it's supposed to be WHO'S because it's supposed to be "who is your daddy."
No.
Yeah.
Nah, whatever.
Just saying.
I don't care about English. I live in America. We learn from
American.
superior firepower, not proper English.
All right, let's get
all right,
it.
You on screen time?
Oh, screen time. Sorry about that. Where's it at?
Right under second paragraph. There's notifications, sound habits, screen time, and then click on. It'd be Trevor's iPhone for you.
What's yours right now?
Click on last 7 days. Show me, make sure you're on the right page as me.
Downtime? For app limits or?
This one.
Okay.
And so then it lasts 7 days. And then what is yours?
Per day?
Your average. Yeah. Average
2 hours and 44 minutes.
Are you serious?
Dude, I've been in the Black Hills all week.
For the last 7 days?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
in the Black Hills all week.
Okay.
For clarification, I've been in Keystone camping for the past 7 days.
What is it just today? That's probably more accurate.
Today? Yeah, 4.5 hours.
Okay. My average is 4 hours and 53 minutes. But
Which is crazy. You think about that, like, you're not even awake for 7 to 8 hours out of 24 hours.
That's how much time. And, like, most of it is, it's like 6 hours of Facebook, 6 hours of Snapchat, 4.5 hours of Instagram, and oh my god, that's a lot of time.
See, the reason why my time is down so much for the last 7 days though is because, for example, today I was on games for 57 minutes on my phone. For the last 7 days, my average has been an hour and 49 minutes.
Yeah, like just today, my average is 4 hours and 56 minutes. But I also, I guess I've only been awake for 8 hours. But
yeah, Facebook and Instagram are definitely the worst for me.
That's a lot of time. But that's what I'm saying. So that's why I think in September, what we should do, it would also help. I feel like the less time we spend on here, just like, might as well go for a run.
Exactly.
I'm not doing anything else. So I vote we do a media fest, like no Snapchat, no Instagram, no Facebook.
So we're going to get rid of our streak?
Yeah. I mean, it would break it.
Right.
It would break the year and a half.
That's
or
fine.
whatever.
I lost while I was in the Black Hills. I lost 2 of my streaks while I was out there. There were over 100 days too, and I was just like, oh.
I'm kind of feeling that we'll already lose it after July, after we go camping, because I probably am not going to use my phone.
I told Kennedy the other day, I was like, when we go hiking in the Black Hills, I'll probably just not even pay attention to my phone at all. Like, if me and you lose our streak, we lose our streak.
Yeah, and there
might
be a day
that important to us
that you don't have reception at all.
Yeah.
Like, unless you climb up a big rock, which then you get like a bar or two.
I feel like it'd be you'd feel a sense of relief too.
Oh, dude, last summer when I didn't use my phone at all for like 4 days, amazing.
It makes you wonder why you just don't do it. Like,
I don't.
You have to be forced to not.
I love Snapchatting people. I'm a pretty social person. And I'm on like memes all the time. Which
how's Tinder going for you?
Do
you want to talk about that?
Oh, we can. It's Tinder's Tinder. I mostly love getting just the horror ones, like.
Oh, the ones you send to us. It's just the.
I can't wink, but I can suck your dick. Whoa, get your filthy hands off that baby.
Yeah, she's not like a baby. Why?
But yeah, okay. That's what I'm getting after.
Okay.
And get away from that. And
so instead of doing just one big challenge, we're just doing multiple little challenges.
I feel like we should push ourselves to the absolute limits. That's what I was thinking about. Like, Joe Rogan is doing all this, and he's like, yeah, easy. Yep, but he's already has it all set. And so I want to know how far we can go.
Okay.
Like, what our limits are.
Yeah.
And before, like, one of us breaks, we're like, no, okay, I quit. But, like, I don't think we should be able to quit.
Right.
Like, we gotta hold ourselves accountable.
That makes the most sense because it'll definitely push us more. And it's like, there's definitely stuff where you're better than me and I'm better than you. It's like,
so that's why I don't think we should just do one, because, and like,
it would just be unfair to just compare ourselves by one challenge.
Based off of one challenge. That
makes sense.
Exactly. So, I mean, like, not like best out of 5, but to do a few different things.
Who can
and
fast the longest. Like,
but okay, so that's the other thing. I don't know how much of this you read or if you just kind of look.
I haven't eaten in 2 weeks. I've just been drinking herbal teas.
I'm from Ethiopia. Hunter, gotta see your heartbeat.
I can see your lungs expanding.
Okay, but like, so like, do you think like September would be a good time? Because like July and August, I feel like are good summer months, and I kind of want to like be able to do stuff during summer.
Depending on the challenge, I mean, heck, we could start as early as next month. It just depends on the challenge. Like,
but yeah, this is what I'm getting after. I think September would be the best suiting month
to do multiple challenges.
To do this,
okay,
because it's still pretty nice weather that you can run outside. Not too hot though.
I'm not worried about weather.
I mean, we can't wait till winter though.
Oh no, right? Yeah.
I mean, like it's a factor. Like we couldn't do this in October.
I could. October's not that bad.
I get cold.
Just saying. I'm just saying.
I can't
you
do outside.
Look at David Goggins. He talked about how when he was recruiting in Minot and it was like negative temperatures, he did like he would do morning workouts with the kids. Because that was just his thing. When he was a recruiter, he was recruiting high school kids. He did this thing where he would challenge the high school kids, or whatever town he was going to. He'd be like, "Hey, you guys want to work out with me in the morning, like before school?" And like some kids would take it was a serious challenge because it would be like a 10-mile run before school. Like
Dear God. He's
it
a
was like,
beast.
it was just his thing was just living the Navy SEAL legend. That was just his whole thing.
Yeah.
And he was trying to recruit kids who wanted to be Navy SEALs. So it's like, hey, like, you think you're a badass? Like, let's go run 12 miles or something before school and see, and then you can go to school, do your athletics, and then do another workout with me after school.
That just reminded me of, like, that's a hardcore workout.
Yeah.
But, like, I was looking at stuff, like, to possibly do, and one of them was, like, a 30-day challenge, and it was for running.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, the first day it started you off, and it was, like, 4 intervals of, for, like, 4 minutes of walking, and then a minute of running. So it'd be a total of that day, you run for 4 minutes, and you walk for, would that be 8?
Okay.
Or no. It'd be like 12 minutes,
Yeah.
16 minutes, whatever it is. And that's like the first day. I was like, okay, that's pretty easy. But like it kind of like escalates. And then at the end of it, it was still the 4 intervals of running for 5 minutes and only 1 minute of walking. I'm like, so you want me to run for 20 minutes, but I get a minute break in between each one? I'm like, I can do that on like
But when
an
it
hour of
says
sleep.
that, it doesn't. I'm assuming it doesn't specify your pace.
No,
Because when they say running, it's like, technically when I use the Map My Run, I use the Elite. I have the Elite.
But there was a different one that said sprint.
Yeah.
So like sprint would be
But
like
sprinting could be like
full board.
6 minute pace, or in my case, they call a really fast run, or a very fast run, whatever the specific term they use for it. It's like 8 minutes, like it's a little over 8 minutes per mile. Like that's where I do like a very fast run to just get your heart rate up.
That's what my average.
So it's.
I mean, no, I guess.
But like to some people,
that's a little below my
but
average.
but to some people, it's like 8 miles or 8 minutes per mile. It's like nothing. Like that's like an easy jog for them.
Yeah.
So it's like,
It all depends
it's like
on
what
your
are the
body
standards? So what I'm getting at is, let's say me, you, and Tom all use the Map My Run.
That's what we
That's
should
for the
all
app.
do the same.
Yeah,
Like,
but
we'll all
no.
find
like,
a good
let me-
app
Hear
that
me out.
works.
Let's say we all use the same app, but let's say we all run the same distance. Let's say we all run 30 miles for the month of September, but my pace per mile is an average of like 12 minutes. Your pace is 10 minutes per mile, and Tom's pace is like 13 minutes per mile. It's like, who wins then? Do we go by pace or do we go by... But let's say I ran 31 miles, but at a slower pace than you. Like, how do we determine that it was a legit run and not like run/walk? If we're going by how the total running distance, because if you're walking using Map My Run, are we just gonna go on an honor code in this and just believe each other when we say?
I mean, walking or running, I feel like it's still miles done. So I mean,
So we're just going by miles when we use the app, basically.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's what they were talking about on the podcast too. He says like, what if we walk? He's like, I don't give a fuck if you walk. That just means it's going to take a lot more time for you to get those miles. I mean, like if you're walking 31 miles and I'm running them, that's going to take you a couple days.
Yeah.
But like if I set out and I'm in the zone, I can do that in a day.
Mm-hmm.
Or not even a full day, a couple hours.
Right. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
And so like I've already done, I mean, I'm not going to run that much in a day quite yet.
Yeah.
But
Like
I
right now-
run
right now
31
I'm at-
miles Monday.
Yeah.
I maybe run like 3 or 4 Tuesday, get myself a recovery time. And then Wednesday again, I run 30 miles again. And you're just coming up to like 20.
Yeah. September seems like a good amount of time to just prepare for that challenge. Because it's like, if you were like, all right, let's start this next month. I'd be like, I'm doing that biking challenge this month. Like, I'm trying to ride 200 miles for the month of June. It's like, I got no time to prepare for that.
No
like,
rush.
physically.
And then like, I still got like turf show that it's actually going away now, but going away.
By the way, if you donate, so anybody listening to this, if you donate to that charity on Wednesday, they'll actually match your price or match the amount that you donate. So if you donate $10, they'll donate $10. So like adds up to a total of $20. So just for anybody listening, donate to the Great Cycle Challenge for kids.
They can put it as a link, right?
Yeah, I can throw it in and I'll probably post on Facebook and all that good stuff.
Oh yeah.
They're calling it like Kick Cancer's Butt Day or something, and yeah, I plan on donating like $100 to it. Just, my whole plan was to, God bless Julie, because I don't know if you saw Tom's mom. She donated the first day that I posted on Facebook. She donated $103.
What?
Yeah.
Dear God.
Like, she just blew my mind. I was like, that's so awesome.
I went on the one day to donate, and it like, I don't know if my phone wasn't working, but like all of a sudden I couldn't touch anything.
I don't know. The app seems pretty like simplistic, so I wouldn't be surprised if it like crashed or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the most part, I wish I would have known that before, because I would have told all those people, hey, hang on to your money because this is going to happen in the middle of the month. Because but
to like double it up.
I got an email about it this past weekend, so I'm like, cool, perfect, because I was planning on donating towards the middle of the month anyways. I told myself whatever somebody donated, like I was going to match theirs. So not only will I match their highest, then the Great Cycle Challenge will match mine. So I plan on giving...
Doubling it up.
Yeah. So Julie gave 100, so I'll give 100, and then the Great Cycle Challenge will give you even another 100. So I'll have at least $300 donated for cancer research. It's pretty awesome.
It's a steal.
Yeah. So far I've rode 45 miles. I rode about...
Yeah. What day is it? The 8th. Yeah, because E3.
Yeah, and I plan on riding 10 miles tomorrow. And yeah, I mean, I rode every full day that we were in.
I rode 3 miles
South
today.
Dakota. On the stationary bike?
Yeah.
Dude, riding outdoors is so much easier than a stationary bike.
I believe it.
I mean, I rode, especially in Keystone. So when I rode in Keystone, you're kind of familiar with the road around Kemp's Camp.
Yep.
Like how it's like uphill and then downhill, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
So this was my routine. Every morning I would get up around 7 or 8 a.m. and then I would ride up an incline. So it was just elevation gain. It was a fight all the way uphill towards, it wasn't like a mountain or anything, but it was just a steady climb. And so it would take me about 30 to 35 minutes to get 5 miles uphill, but on the way downhill, like 5 to 10 minutes. Like, that's how much of a significant difference. And so the first day out there, I rode back and forth because like I didn't want to try to ride so far up because my legs were just killing me that morning. And the second day, I pushed it a little bit farther. I'm going to ride as far up as I can, ride down, and then I rode down a little bit further, so I rode back a mile. So I had to ride back a mile to get my 10 miles. So it was like one long lap. The third day, I rode about 6.5 miles up, like, incline, and then just, like, rode the other 6.5 miles, like, all decline. And at one point, riding downhill, I was hitting 34 miles per hour.
Dear God.
Yeah, dude, it was fun. It's like the best way I can compare it is when you're a kid and you have to like walk up a snow hill to like go slide down. It's like it sucks going uphill,
totally,
but once it's just totally worth it. It was like an adrenaline rush. And the second day that I rode my bike, the first day that I rode my bike, I was riding up the incline part, and there's a bunch of these train crossings because they have this like local tour train, like it's a legit train, and it would go through the Black Hills. And on my way up, and we never saw this train or heard this train, but on my way up, riding, all of a sudden I hear the whistles of the train. Yeah, and I'm just like, it's coming from around the corner of this mountain, and I'm thinking, no freaking way, there's actually a train? Because I thought there was no train on these railroads anymore. I thought the railroads were just for show at this point, you know what I mean? And so all of a sudden I hear this train, and I'm like, I go to one side of the railroad tracks, and then I'm like, I think about it, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna race this train. So I go to the other side of the railroad tracks, and like, and all of a sudden this train starts going by, and the conductor like waves at me, and I just wave back, and I'm like, and I see how fast it's going. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna smoke this guy. I'm just like, this train's probably only going like 10 to 15 miles per hour, and I just like I'm probably like 2 miles up. So I just start heading down as fast as I can. Just like I got so far ahead that I couldn't even hear the train anymore with its whistle. Like it was so I was like I am speed. It was just a great time. Like
yeah, that's awesome.
Keystone, just beautiful scenery. I love like all the trees and stuff. Like that place is
that's why like Kim's Camp it's pretty close. It's like right on the road, pretty close to Keystone.
Oh yeah, it's only like it's like a 5-minute drive from Keystone.
Yeah, but like the one I sent you, Grizzly, it's like Grizzly Bear or something.
Yeah,
Grizzly
I know
Bear
what you're talking
Camp.
about. Yeah.
And that one's like way out, like up a bend and then like turn across like a river and like out in like some forest.
Yeah.
And it's just like secluded from everything. And it's the bridge only weighs so much, so I think the only people with an RV are the camp owners. So everything else is just tent camping. So it's super quiet.
So you can bring
like that's where we.
So you can drive a vehicle across. You just can't drive like a commercial vehicle, like an RV or.
It's got like a weight limit. Yeah. So it's mostly, unless it's like a small camper, really small,
like a pop out.
Yeah.
Camper.
It's only tents.
Nice.
So. And then it's like tight bins. We stayed there one night, the last one, and went hiking. It's got like big hiking trails, like right off the camp.
Okay.
And I wouldn't even say that they're trails, but you can go hike.
They're like designated.
Yeah.
Kind of designated areas. Like here, go this way. Don't go this way because this will probably be less dangerous.
Hard climb. Like climbed up like the river that
right.
was dried up and just like climbed up dead trees.
Yeah.
Super sketchy. I think I impaled like my knee a little bit. I was bleeding everywhere.
Dude, I love camping and stuff like that, but
yeah, I thought we should go there, and it's from what I looked, it was the cheapest one too.
So you'd rather go there than our original plan, do the 40-mile hike, or would you rather do that with the 40-mile hike?
With the 40-mile hike.
Okay. Do they have like a shower shack or anything over there?
No.
Okay.
So it would just be.
I figure at least the morning of, like the night before we leave, I'd like to get a shower before we do a 6.5 hour drive back.
I mean, we'll do that. We can also like shower in like the water spigots if need be, or stay one night at camps. The last night.
That's what I figured. I figured just it's cheap and it's just a nice little place where you can shower and stuff. But yeah, the place where Kennedy and I stayed, we stayed up on top of the, I don't know if you're familiar with directions, but we stayed on the west side of it. So that's where mostly, it's the electric site. So there's no...
Is that closer to the showers and like the pool? Or the...
It's on the opposite side of the pool. So
that's
it's like
where
above
we
the
stayed
RVs.
too.
Yeah, when me and Kennedy stayed there, like only 2 nights was there other people there. And it was only like this one other couple, this guy and girl. The rest of the week, it was just me and Kennedy up there. The only tent that was up there the whole week.
That's pretty nice.
It was amazing because it's just nobody.
Nice and peaceful, no kids running around.
Oh yeah, didn't have to worry about. Did you have to worry about that?
Oh yeah, there was kids.
Well, there was kids, but they were nowhere near us. That was the nice thing. We were up on top of this cliff. I'm sure there were kids like down by the RVs and stuff, but up where we were at, there was no noise, every night I would just turn on the speaker and we'd listen to music and we'd just have like a little fire in the little
the barbecue pit.
Yeah. And we just had we'd make s'mores and whatever else.
And that's the other thing, like Kemp's only has like the barbecue pit. Grizzly's has a fire. A fire ring.
Yeah. But the barbecue pit's like for just me and her, it worked perfectly.
Yeah.
We just sat in front of it and it was like, I think it actually made things easier because you just held stuff straight out instead of like having to worry about it. I mean, I'm just saying I think it was perfect
Works
for our situation.
what it is.
Yeah. Just.
If you have more than 2 people, it's.
We worked with what we got and couldn't ask for any more. And when we were there, the other side as the week went on, like people just kept showing up and showing up. We were like, we picked the perfect spot. 'Cause if we would have picked a non-electric site, there was a group of Boy Scouts that showed up. There was like families that showed up, and it was like on our side, nobody the whole time, and it was just amazing. Because the reason why you want to the reason why you go out there is because you want to get away. You don't want to be around a ton of other people. I was like, the woman who was working the front desk, like I checked out before I left, and I saw her. She's like, man, it seems like I haven't seen you in forever. I'm like, yeah, it's been a good week. We went to Reptile Gardens, Bear Country, saw Mount Rushmore, obviously, and we went to this one Scandinavian it's like a house, but it's just
you go to
Scandinavian.
Sitting Bull?
No, we didn't go there.
I always wanted to go there.
Was that the new monument that they're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be cool. Maybe we can go there this time if we got time.
Yeah, I think they just finished it.
I don't know. I haven't seen any recent pictures. I tried looking it up, but I mean, they finished the facial part, but from what they wanted to do with it,
it
seems like they still have a long ways to go. But the facial part, at least, they finished.
Oh, okay. Because
they wanted to have a giant sculpture of him like on a horse and like all that stuff, and it's like not even close.
Okay. I just heard about it in their building.
I thought it was Crazy Horse.
I don't know. Probably.
I'm pretty sure it's Crazy Horse.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we went to the Scandinavian place, and they sold like Scandinavian like soda and like chocolates and stuff like that, and it was just like we bought some dark chocolate from there and some like soda that's popular from Scandinavia that's popular there, and it was like like this isn't, it's different than American soda. Like obviously it's exactly what you'd expect, just less sweet, but I mean it's soda.
Pretty good.
You're like,
I mean, you went wrong with dark chocolate, but I forgive you.
Dude, I love dark chocolate.
Scandinavian.
I'm the same way with
really
coffee.
Soda, but
I don't like black coffee, but when Kennedy tastes the kind of coffee that I drink, she's like, "Oh, this is so bitter." But she likes dark chocolate too, so it's like, I guess I'm just a bitter person.
I can't stand bitter. I don't really drink that much coffee at all. But okay, speaking of coffee, there's the other thing. So like, for September.
Okay.
Like the September challenge month. So do a media fast.
Okay.
Work for a run. The other one I had was...
How much of a media fast are we like talking? Are we just talking just deleting the apps for a month or a week or something and just
a month?
A whole month?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
For and what, at the end of every week we would just record what it is so far? Because it won't tell you like the past month, will it? It only tells you today and the past 7 days. Like, how do we determine a winner on the media?
What do you mean?
Well, how do you determine a winner for the media fast? Or is it just a challenge?
That's just a challenge.
Just to see what we got?
Yeah.
And just
make sure
update
you don't crack.
Okay.
I mean, just honor code, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, you can chill check your phone.
Well, I just didn't know if we were gonna have like, if it was gonna be like a challenge where there'd be a winner and a loser.
I mean, like, if you mess up and go on there, then you'd be a loser.
Exactly.
So, I mean, like, as long as both of us go all the way, we'd both be winners.
So, are we going to pick, like, stakes for these? Like, is there going to be, like, I don't know, one of us buys dinner, or one of us pays for...
We can talk about that in a minute.
Okay.
Well, after we get all these things set up, then we can come up with, if you just want to do, the loser has to do something.
I think it just depends on, like, how serious the challenge is.
I think it's more motivating that the loser has to do something than the winner. You know? Like, if the winner just gets a belt,
well,
like they were doing, I would just say, like, oh, well. But, like, if you're going to make me buy you something, I'm going to, like, really want to win.
Well, see, that's the thing, is that if Tom's in this challenge, Tom's going to be way more motivated about a cash prize than, say, me and you are. If the cash prize is, if we all put in $100... and whoever wins gets all the money. Like, if we all put in $100 and whoever wins gets all the money, like, Tom's going to be way more motivated than we are. And we're not saying that's because Tom's broke. It's just because Tom could definitely use the money way more than we do.
True.
Like, me and you are spending our money on just junk all the time.
Doing a podcast.
Yeah.
We're like, yeah, I got some extra money laying around. You want to do a podcast?
Buy a new laptop. Buy a new...
Okay, but... So media fast, running, like just exercise in general, like really getting after it. No alcohol.
No alcohol?
So like what I was kind of thinking is like really watching more than just no alcohol, like no like bad drinks. Like I drink a lot of soda, obviously. So like no soda, which I mean isn't big for you unless you're drinking alcohol like Jack Cokes and then you drink Coke. So like just none of that. And like I think a few things are okay, like that Bai water. If you want to drink that.
Actually, I just tried Bai water for the first time this past week.
Delicious.
Kennedy bought it for me. Well, for us, like during camping, and she bought this combo like variety pack at Sam's Club. So it had coconut with mango.
I don't like the coconut one.
Coconut with pineapple, and then coconut, like just regular coconut, and coconut with lime. Dude, have you had pina coladas before?
No.
Dude, let me tell you, the coconut and pineapple one just tastes exactly like a pina colada. It is delicious. It's amazing. Like I know if you don't like coconut, that's yeah.
Like I mean, I like coconut, but it's
coconut
not
and pineapple. Coconut and pineapple. That's a solid.
I like the blueberry.
I'll buy you one.
The
someday.
Blueberry one is my go-to.
Yeah, I've never. Only the coconut ones I've tried.
But like,
that's the one she got for me, and I loved it. I loved them all.
From like I did that challenge with Colton a while back with like no sugars.
You did a challenge with it?
It was just like I did it for like 2 weeks.
Okay.
Like no sugars, no carbs, no dairy, and all that. And I found out like the only thing imaginable like drink wise besides water is that Bai water. That's not.
And I'm sure Propel, because that's like only sodium.
But no, like even like stuff like that, like it's not. It still has the bad side effects for you that are like not totally pure.
Yeah.
But like Bai water and just water, like those are the two things that.
Bai
like,
water still has sugar in it.
No, it doesn't.
The ones that we had, it had like 1 gram of sugar. It said.
Oh, okay. Then
But I don't know. Maybe you're just drinking it different.
just that, like, but the regular ones, they were like totally free of everything. And if it is 1 gram, it's the all natural, just fruit related sugar.
Yeah, I mean, I think one good challenge would be to like set ourselves at a certain weight. So like, let's say my average weight's like 220. Like when I'm trying pretty hard, and the best way to push like, what's your average weight when you're like doing well? Like, what do you feel is your what's your plateau? Would you say like when you hit a certain point, when you hit a certain weight, and you just can't lose any more weight than that? What would you say is your plateau?
I feel like if I really tried, I could drop down to 150.
You've hit 150 recently though, because it seems like usually you're at like 170 or 160 or something.
Oh no, not recently, but right out of high school. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, I'm talking about like recently, like the past like 6 months.
Oh, like 178.
Okay, so let's say you get down to 175. So let's have the challenge be who can lose the most amount of weight after our plateaus. So like,
I feel like I just get super unhealthy with that though. Because okay, so like you were.
But that's up to you.
220.
That's up to you. Like that's on you. If you want to be super unhealthy about it, it's like
I don't know how much. I feel like if I'm working out, like I might burn like 2-3 pounds.
We could do like UFC rules. We could be like, you're not allowed to dehydrate yourself to a certain extent. Like you can't just go to the last day.
I mean, I'm not gonna go that hard with it.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like you can't like.
I don't plan on poisoning myself and killing my body just to lose 2 pounds.
You can't sit in the sauna for like 3 hours at a time and try to like sweat it all out.
I'm gonna come out like a raisin.
Exactly.
All right, I'm ready for the weigh-in. No.
120.
Okay, but like, okay, I see what you're doing. I think the best way to put that...
It pushes ourselves to get past our plateaus.
I think a better way to put that is BMI.
Okay.
The person with the most beneficial BMI would be the winner. Not weight, because I don't feel like it would be good for me to lose more weight than I'm already at. Like, I would just start to be going more to anorexic.
Like, me, you, and Tom are like the worst people to do like a weight loss challenge.
But look at Joe Rogan and them. They got Ari, who's super skinny.
Yeah, but they didn't do a weight loss challenge.
No,
They did like a health. They did whoever could work out the most challenge.
But that's why I think it's the BMI.
But they didn't use BMI, did they?
No, that's why I think we should do the BMI. It's different. I think it would be suited best for all of our body types.
Yeah, probably.
Because like Tom, I feel like, dude, if I could slap food out of Tom's hands and keep him running, I could probably make Tom drop 20 pounds in a month easy. If more. If not.
And it's like what kind of workouts are you gonna do? Because I could just run every day for the entire month, and I would not only I'd be losing weight, but a lot of that weight's gonna be muscle too. Yeah. Whereas if you're doing a combo, working out. If you do a combo of running and lifting weights,
your BMI is gonna be better.
Yeah.
That's why I think that's what we should do.
I don't know. Should we get a nutritionist involved, or like someone who actually knows how to perfectly measure BMI and all that?
We can get one of the machines.
There's a machine that does your BMI?
Yeah, you can get a scale. Some scales do it.
I don't know. I guess we could do
you just get barefoot on there and get on
I guess we could just measure each other, like our waists and our necks and stuff.
Okay. No, I'm just kidding. No, but like just the scales you step on.
Or we could have,
like $50.
We could just have Kennedy do it, since she's, going to be a physical therapist.
I don't know how accurate that is. Like, just, like, how would you do that?
But what I'm saying is that...
be the nutritionist?
No, she would be unbiased about it. Like, she's not going to pick me over you guys.
But she's your girlfriend.
Yeah, but she's unbiased. She's an unbiased person. She's definitely... That doesn't mean she's going to, give me less weight or give me less inches or whatever just to benefit me over you guys. Me knowing her, she wouldn't be the kind of person to do that. Yeah. And I don't know anybody else who would be in a more perfect position to do something like that.
I guess anybody that we'd actually know would be like, if I know somebody and you don't, then they would be leaning
exactly.
towards me.
It's like, how do we pick somebody who none of us know?
Fair enough.
I mean, I could pick my neighbor who's a doctor, and he might still be biased. It's
yeah,
like we just have to
trust. Next to him.
We just have to trust whoever's.
That's why I think a scale. That would be the most unbiased thing, or like a band or a finger monitor. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. We just have to do some research, find out the best thing. That's something we can buy and just all use and share. And you don't need to measure it all the time or wear it. You just try it out once. We can leave it here and do it.
So we're just going to do a ton of challenges at once?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to push us to the extreme limit for everything. I'm not done yet, though.
Okay.
So, like drinks and that. The other thing is a diet. So they were talking about a carnivore diet.
Oh, I've heard about that. I know what a carnivore diet is.
How do you feel about a carnivore diet?
I mean, just like any other diet, it's like works for some people, it doesn't work for other people. But it's like it's hard to say unless you do it.
You love meat.
Yeah.
A lot.
But here's the thing.
Like, what's the most primary thing you eat?
Primary thing?
Yeah.
If I can, I would say... It's hard to say. It just depends on what's available. Because I would say chicken.
Chicken. But meat.
Chicken, fish, and, red meat.
Yeah. So... Tom Brady.
Okay.
He's on like the TB12 diet.
Okay.
Do you know anything about it?
I've heard about it, yeah.
It's totally vegan.
Okay.
So, I thought about it and I was like, carnivore diet, that would be so easy. We love meat. We're already used to eating meat all the time. So, my proposal is a complete 100% vegan diet for 30 days.
You know what's gonna suck about that though? It's like the only things I'm gonna know to eat that are vegan is like I'm gonna eat like vegan power bowls and like microwavable stuff, and it's gonna be like no stuff from scratch except for maybe like salads.
But so that's what I was also thinking. Tom Brady has his like meal prep that you can do. We're gonna be saving money on buying groceries. So I mean, there's really no money lost or more expensive than just buying. So you
want to do the TB12 thing for 30 days?
I mean, we can buy that one. There's like that Huel, the Soylent. We can just buy a few different ones. So it's kind of like if this is lacking something, then the next one's gonna pick it up. And if that one's still lacking something, then I mean, Tom Brady's looking pretty fucking good. So I think I'm gonna trust the TB12 diet. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's something like I think it's gonna be hard And that's going to push me to the limit of going 100% vegan. I know eating meat while doing that diet challenge with
Yeah, I think that'd be
Colton?
the hardest part is doing a vegan diet plus an exercise challenge because you're going to have to make up for all those calories.
Yes. And I think that's just going to help us. Our body's just going to, like, pretty much go into shock and be fighting everything.
Okay.
It's going to push us to the absolute limit. Plus, all that fiber it's going to, like, it's going to go through your
I'm
body.
going to eat nothing but, like, just fruit all the time. It's going to be, like, bananas.
Yeah. And
berries, whatever.
And like, it eliminates so much because, like, you can't have coffee.
So vegetarian, not vegan, right?
No, vegan.
Vegan?
Vegan.
Dude, you know that means, like, no animal products whatsoever, right?
Yes.
So no butter, no yogurt, no...
Yep. That's what
Come on,
Tom...
you can't even meet me halfway to be, like,
No.
vegetarian?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. No dairy, no anything.
Oh, man. You're putting me in a tough spot.
See, that's what I'm saying. I thought, I was like, this blows. But that's why I want to do it. Because it seems like impossible, right? Like, when's the last
I
time
wouldn't say it's impossible. It's just going to suck so bad.
Exactly. But at the end of the month, you're like, I was just vegan for an entire 31 days.
And
That's
it was,
impressive.
and it was not worth it.
Yeah, no, but what if it is? What if, like, all of a sudden, like, I've heard after that, like, going on those 30 days of, like, doing that, you feel the best you've ever felt.
I'm willing to try it. I say why not? Let's go for it. But if
That's-
I don't like it after 2 weeks, I'll just drop out.
But, like, if you've already gone 2 weeks, what's another 2 weeks?
I'm just saying.
You've already made it halfway.
I'm just saying.
So, but, okay.
Well, I mean, if it doesn't, like, what I'm saying is that if I'm, like, feeling nauseous and I just feel awful and it's just, like, if I just absolutely...
You are going to feel awful, though.
Well, yeah.
Your
for,
body
like, the
detoxing from all those regular things you eat. Like, after I got...
Well, yeah, I've gone through caffeine withdrawal and sugar withdrawal before. I know what entails, like,
Yeah.
but that shouldn't last for, like, weeks. That should only last for, like, half a week to a week or something. If it lasts for, like, weeks on end, then there's something seriously wrong.
Oh, I mean,
Because
yeah.
veganism isn't for everybody.
No, it's not.
But
I think 31 days,
I'm just saying,
we're not going to kill each other.
I'm just saying I'll give it a chance.
Okay. That's all I'm asking. But that was like the real hard hitting one is
Okay.
the vegan diet. I feel like that will be our premise for this challenge.
Okay.
Is that diet right there? Because, like, I know I'm always like, a burger won't hurt, but I feel like that, once a week is still adding up, and then having like a
Well,
big...
dude, I can't even eat oatmeal without, like, I'd have to just eat oatmeal with water because.
What do you usually eat oatmeal with?
Oh, I guess almond milk. That's not nice. Never mind. Scratch that. I can still eat oatmeal.
What do you put in? You put milk in oatmeal?
Oh yeah.
I just use water.
I mean, it depends on how you make it, because, like, the overnight oats, I usually use, like, almond milk. But if it's, like, the heating up, I usually just boil water and pour it in there.
But, like, there's a few different types of cereal. I'm pretty sure,
Yeah, yeah.
almond milk.
When it comes to
Yeah.
milk, I usually use almond milk, so that's vegan.
Yeah. So, but, like, yeah, very... I feel like it's going to be intense.
I wouldn't say intense, but just the only hard part is shopping. Once you buy the stuff and, like,
Yeah.
being
Yeah,
vegan,
I'm going to have to meal prep for work every day. And if I don't, then I'm just going to have to go hungry.
or you just buy a power bowl because they sell vegan power bowls.
I can't leave work.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I would just have to
Just
go
eat
hungry.
bread.
I can't eat bread. Bread's dairy.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Bread is wheat. It grows in the ground.
You can't eat bread on a vegan diet. I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna Google it.
Okay.
Keep talking.
Okay, but, like, that's what I'm saying, is it's so much stuff. And like, the other thing I think we should do is try to set an alarm for every morning to try to get into a routine.
So traditional bread, it is vegan because it's just made from yeast, flour, water, and salt. But commercially sold breads, so mainly sold at supermarkets, do contain dairy. So it just depends on what kind of bread you buy. So I'm sure there's, like, vegan labeled bread that you could buy.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm sure it's disgusting.
Yeah.
But I mean, you slap some peanut butter on there and you're good to go. As long as you get the vegan butter.
See, that's what I'm talking about, dude. Everything in life, like when you hear vegans complaining, that's gonna be us. Like
you understand why vegans are so angry because they just want you to suffer like they are.
And that's what I want to do. I want to be as miserable as possible for a month. But then, like, you come out of it, like, absolutely shredded, and you're just like, I feel good. And then it's just, it's a game changer.
You got me convinced. Let's do it.
Like, you're just going to be like, you went totally vegan? You
So we're
went
doing
healthy
this in
like that?
September.
Yeah, September. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Okay. And then, like, you heard my thing for, like, an alarm.
Yeah, I saw the thing about alarms. So what is that?
Nah, just kind of try to wake up at the same time every day.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
I don't know.
That's fair to me because it's like I can wake up on the same days that I'm off that I'm on.
Because I know people say like the best thing for you is like if you have an erratic sleeping pattern, they say that's bad for you.
Yeah.
So like if we wake up at, I mean like obviously I'm gonna wake up earlier on the days I work morning shift, and I'm not gonna wake up at 4:30 a.m. every day. I'm gonna wake up at 4:30 those days, and then the rest of the days, I don't know. What are you thinking? Like 8? I mean, like, as long as you're waking up at the same time, it's fairly early in the morning, not sleeping in, like 8:30.
I would say even for me, like 7, because I have to be at work at 6:30 on the days that I do work, and so if I'm up at 5:30 a.m. on the weeks that I work, to sleeping in until 7, that's like you're sleeping in an extra hour and a half. It's like, how is that not still like? Sure, 7 a.m. might seem like waking up early, but for someone who wakes up at 5:30 every day.
7 a.m. feels amazing compared to the days after waking before.
Daily time. It's just a mindset. You know, you work the night shift, you go to bed at like 7 or 8 a.m. and then you wake up at like 3 p.m.
It all depends on like you go to bed earlier than I do.
Yeah.
On average.
Yeah.
And so like me, if I want to go to bed at like 1 o'clock, if I sleep until 8:30. I still think that's plenty of sleep because like sometimes I go to bed at midnight and I'm waking up at 10:30.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
think
we're doing like some kind of challenge where we're trying to get the most optimal.
It doesn't have to be the same time.
Exactly,
that's
what I'm saying.
I think it's just best suited for our lifestyles.
Basically, what you're saying is try to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep at night, no matter what time you wake up. But just try to wake up at the same time if you can.
Try to wake up at the same time, yeah. So like 8:30, 7:30, 7 o'clock for you. I think I'd go with 8:30 for myself.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
That's what I would think would be a reasonable.
I think another reasonable challenge would be to try to run 6 miles a day for 30 days.
I know.
Because 6 miles at once is hard. But I mean, you split that up into 3 runs throughout the day. 2 miles in the morning, 2 miles in the afternoon, 2 miles in the evening. It's really not that bad.
I would have to split it up in 2 different times. I'd have to run 3 miles and 3 miles.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying. Because it's like Cameron Haynes. He says he runs a marathon a day. And like when people say that, like they're like, oh my gosh, it's so insane. Which it is. A marathon a day is insane.
Yeah.
But it's like, what he does is he runs like 12 miles in the morning. And then he like splits it up in the afternoon and evening depending on what he has.
But so many showers.
Like he always gets his marathon every day, which is
impressive.
It's really impressive.
Because like September, I think I'll be done playing all the sports I'm playing.
Yeah, I mean that's basically in between softball and hockey for me.
Yeah, and I'd be done playing softball and soccer.
I don't think Tom plays any recreational sports that I know of.
No, he's not.
So
it doesn't really.
And Tom really wants to get in shape, and he would really, it's
yeah,
hard.
I think 6 miles, 6 miles. Yeah, I think that's reasonable.
I'm saying we don't have to add this on top of our challenge. I'm saying just another idea for a different challenge. If we want to use this challenge,
well, I mean, if we're going to run a marathon at the end, I mean, maybe not 6 miles a day, but
you got to be smart about it. You got to have your rest days. So it's like, if you're training for a marathon, you definitely shouldn't be running 6 miles a day because you've got to have your rest days because the rest days are when you're going to recover. and that's when the muscle.
What
builds.
we should do is have a set distance and have that for a week. So if you meet it by Wednesday, then the rest of the week you're good.
So like I said before, I use the Map My Run Elite app.
Let me see if I can get that.
They actually have training programs to run a marathon, to be able to finish a marathon. So I'll go to the training programs.
Okay. Oh, it's the Under Armour run?
Yeah, give me 1 second. So, race plans. So, marathon coaching. So, this can coach you to run a marathon in 10 weeks.
Easy.
So, it's like, we would have to
I mean, we wouldn't have that much time. I mean, we'd have to start the month before. But I feel like that's for, I don't know. I would say that we're above average.
I would think so, too.
So, I mean, I don't think we need the full 10 weeks. I feel like I can really push myself. I know some people I can't do that.
I say that since I feel like I've hit that point where I know that I can push my limits. See, my problem that I always had was that I always told myself I wasn't a runner. I always told myself that like I'm a sprinter, not a long distance runner. You know what I mean?
You're not a sprinter.
I played offensive line like for football, and I was definitely more of a sprinter back then than I am now, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I just told myself I'm not a long distance runner, because whenever I tried to run, like my feet would feel like they're cramping up, my legs, my shins would start to hurt.
Just bad form.
It was basically just a combination of bad form and just terrible pacing out the gate, because I would just pace myself like super fast.
I'm
at
speed.
First.
I'm out
I would
speed.
just burn myself out, and like for some reason it just never clicked until recently. Hey, if I run a 12-minute mile, like that's fine.
I can keep that up for a while.
Yeah, and as long as you can do that, you can build off of that, and then you increase your speed. You don't have to run a 12-minute mile and then 2 weeks later run an 8-minute mile. Like that's not how it works.
I get that too. Like sometimes I feel like if I run like a 9-minute pace, I'm telling myself I'm like, it's pretty slow. Mm-hmm. Like I can do better, but like I can, but at like what cost? I guess.
Yeah.
And so like that's why I push myself. Like I ran, would have been like the 24 minutes for the 5K,
mm-hmm.
which is, I mean, nothing heroic, but I mean that's pretty good. From like I know last year we went on the 5K and I trained myself like from not running really ever to doing the 5K in like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Or like not even.
I mean, I remember I timed myself running 2 miles around inside the track, like at the track, and like I timed myself, and it took me like 24 minutes to run 2 miles, like to run the full 18 laps or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was just like super frustrated with myself. I'm like, why am I not making any progress? Like, what's going on? Like, I felt like I was running fast.
Yeah.
And then it's like, it just takes time and it just takes persistence, because now I ran 2.5 miles like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I ran 2.5 miles at a sub 10 minute per mile, pace. So I mean, it just takes time. You just gotta listen to your body, make sure you're not pushing it too much to where you're not
snap
able
or
to
break
run.
Or get
not
sick
even that. It's just
have
like
to stop.
just so you're not like physically exhausted. Like, because I'll run 5 days in a row, and like my legs will just want to give out. Like on the 5th day, my legs will just be like, okay, this is just awful. Like,
yeah,
you need to stop running for a day. Like, I'll feel pain in my knees.
I know exactly how you.
And it's like I'll feel the pain in my knees and my ankles, and it'll just be like, yeah, you need a break.
Oh, I know I was delusional last night with a lack of sleep, because I wrote down read a book.
Oh yeah, I saw that, and I was like, that sounds. Are we all gonna just pick a book and then all try to finish the book before the end of the month? So literally have our own little book club.
I mean, we don't have to read the same book.
Well, then you're reading the same amount. That way you're reading the same amount, and then we can talk about it. So it's like a literal book club.
I guess. I guess that would make sense.
I'm just saying, if I was.
Well, more than anything, I was just getting at like stimulating the brain a little bit.
Yeah, and I'm cool with that. I mean, literally yesterday.
I don't know the last book I read. If I've ever
Dude, yesterday me and Kennedy drove by the library, and I told Kennedy, I'm like, I should visit the library more. I need to read. Actually, no, that was today, because we were on our way to the golf tournament, and we were driving by the library, and I was like, you know what? I need to go to the library more often. I should be renting out. I should be getting books more often and reading more books. I mean, I have plenty of books that I can read now, but I mean, I just don't take. I mean, I should be reading at least 15 to 30 minutes a day.
I know, like, somebody asked me, like, they were asking me if, like, the library had this or, like, computers, and I just said, I've never been to the library.
Like, I can answer that question. The library does have computers.
I know.
And the only reason why I know that is because that is the only reason why I used to ever go to the library.
Like, I know back in California, I went to the library once because they had Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I mean, if we were to pick our own books, it would probably just be snake books. Because when I was a kid, it's like, that's all I would read about is just snakes and stuff. Legit, I just was fascinated with snakes.
Just a psychopath.
Going to the reptile gardens the other day.
Speaking of snakes, did you see that new movie said, it's called, like, They Come For Me or something? And it's about, like, this cult leader and, like, he's, like, owns a snake, like, habitat. And, like, that's kind of, like, how he gets people is, like, he's the Lord of Snakes or something.
Okay.
It's like a horror / thriller / cult movie, and it looks insane. That's all I have.
They Come For Me?
I would have to look. It was something like they blah blah blah. It was called Them That Follow.
Them That Follow.
Not even close to what I said, but who cares? But yeah, that movie looks insane. Yeah, like I would just put a tab on that, watch it later, because we'll probably go see it in the
I'm a
theaters.
huge snake fan, so I mean, I'd probably be.
And like I hate snakes, so I think that's gonna like top notch the horror like aspect for this movie. Because like just in the trailer, like this lady had like a big boa constrictor wrapping around her neck, and like as he was like talking louder and louder, the tighter the snake would get, and I'm like so tense just watching it.
Dude, I watched at the reptile gardens they have these shows. So they have a bird show, a gator show, and a snake show.
Yeah. And
it's funny because like during this, so we watched every one of them because they're only like a half an hour long each.
Yeah.
And so during the snake show, the guy would bring out like different kinds of snakes. So he'd bring out constrictors and venomous snakes and like just all kinds. And he brings out like this giant snake that looks like it's probably at least like 10 to 15 feet. And I think in my head, I don't want to say it out loud because I didn't want to sound cocky, but I was like in my head I was thinking, I think that's a Burmese python. And then he like turns around and goes, and this is the Burmese python. And in my head I was just like, yes, nailed it. I was I'm a
fucking man.
It's like I still know what I'm talking about. I don't know, because like I said, when I was a kid, whenever my mom took us to the library, that was like our weekly thing when I was a kid. Is she'd take us to the library and we'd get to pick out whatever books we want. So we'd pick out like.
I used to go to the library all the time as a kid.
Yeah,
like a little kid.
Yeah, and I would always I would go straight to the snake section. I would pick out whatever snake books, and as soon as I would read all the snake books, I would just pick my favorite snake books and reread them. And usually it'd be like the rattlesnake books or like going to the reptile gardens, it just brings back that nostalgia of like. These are the snakes that I always watched documentaries about and always read those books about, and it's like here they are like living and breathing right in front of me, and it's just like, it's just mind-blowing. Like these are the things I like that just fascinated at me as a kid, and it's like meeting your childhood hero in a weird demented way.
I want to touch it.
But yeah, he brought out like a rattlesnake, and I took a picture of that and posted it on Instagram. But yeah, it was so cool because so when I was in high school, we went to the reptile gardens, and Samara was like just old enough to walk, like she just learned to walk, like she was that young.
Yeah. And
we were doing the snake show, and towards the end of the snake show, they did the same thing this time as last time, and they brought out this they bring out a rattlesnake, and it'll just be around. So the snake is like close to like this glass that separates you from the show, and Samara, she ran right up to the glass. And the snake was right there, and the snake struck at the glass.
That's why I hate snakes. Screw that.
And she just falls back on her butt, and she just starts crying and runs towards us. And I was like, it was so funny because during this show, there was like 2 or 3 little kids who were like down at the bottom, like with their parents, and they did not want to be held by their parents, and they saw the rattlesnake, and they were just like, "Ooh, look at the like."
They're dead.
Like those little kids like wanted to run right up. Like he let the one kid go. What does the kid do? Goes right up to the glass. It goes right up to the snake. But this time the snake didn't strike at them. Like the snake just stood there, and this snake has like been desensitized to people. It's not gonna strike at people anymore. And at the end, he's like, "Here, you can get a closer look at the snake. I'll leave the rattlesnake right up to the glass or whatever." And so whenever people would walk up to it, it would like rattle. But as soon as people would just stand there and stop, like the snake would stop. But as soon as somebody would move, it would just rattle. It never struck at anybody, but like it just kind of shows like rattlesnakes they're all defense. You know what I mean? They'll never just attack people.
Unless you try to invade their territory.
Exactly. As long as you don't get like they have a rattle for a reason. It's their way of saying, "Hey, back off.
Back off. Don't invade my space,
I'll fuck you up."
Yeah, exactly.
So,
no, still, I'm going absolutely. Some people grab the snakes by their back, sneak up behind them, grab them, kill them. No, I'm walking in the complete opposite direction.
Well, that's exactly what you're supposed to do.
I'm not touching them. I'm not even gonna like look at them for very long.
There's that classic joke. There's that classic joke where it's like most people who are bitten by snakes are usually males between the age of 18 and 26 or something, and alcohol is usually involved.
Yeah, exactly. No, like even drunk out of my mind, I would like just roll away and like.
When you leave a snake alone, your chances of not getting bit go sky high.
Oh yeah.
And yeah,
that's what I'm about. I'm not going anywhere near.
You know those rattlesnakes in the Black Hills, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard that they're. I mean, they probably won't kill you depending on like your size. They're less venomous than the other ones.
Oh yeah, they're not like Western diamondback rattlesnakes. They're just prairie rattlesnakes. They're the same rattlesnakes that are in Medora.
Yeah.
Like exact same species, but
still snakes.
Yeah, like they will mess you up still though.
Oh yeah, they'll probably kill some like probably getting bit by like a black widow. It'd probably be similar.
Well, I mean, like if you ever look at a picture of someone who's been bit, like on the hand or something, like their hand will start to turn like black and it'll like blister and stuff. Like
it kills all your vessels and skin.
Yeah, it kills the blood vessels and the nerves and everything. And it's just terrible. You just don't want to do it.
That's why I don't go anywhere near them.
Yeah, this is smart. There was this one time we were in Medora, and Reese was on the opposite side of this rock as us, and we were walking on this trail. All of a sudden, the rattlesnake rattles are going off, and Reese does the exact opposite of what you're supposed to do when you hear a rattlesnake rattle. He just jumps up in the air as if it was right underneath him, and he probably jumped like 5 feet in the air. And obviously I'm overestimating, but he just like jumped way up in the air and he just goes, ah! And he was just like, we were like, Reese, calm the hell down. Like it's not like
now it's gonna bite you.
It's not like it's gonna chase you. And it was fine. It was underneath the rock on like the opposite side of him, so he was like nowhere near it. But it's like that snake was close to him, and if he jumped like that, who knows? Because the one thing you're supposed, if you hear a rattlesnake rattle, just stand still. Just stand still because it'll just sit there and it's waiting for you to make a move. So if you just stand still and listen for where it's at and just slowly walk away, you're fine.
Yeah. No, Black Mamba.
Look around.
No.
Black Mambas won't. All snakes are the same. Snakes are all about defense. The only thing, they don't want to waste their venom on you.
I don't even want to be in the same country as a Black Mamba.
Okay. So I'm assuming you're bringing this up because you're thinking that you've heard that black mambas are like the fastest snakes.
I mean, they're fast.
Yeah,
like 30 miles an hour fast.
But when they talk about how fast they are, like they're thinking getaway speed. They don't chase people down and like they don't chase people.
But you know just seeing this thing come up at you at even about 15 miles per hour.
But it's not gonna come at you like that. Unless it's being like chased in your direction by something.
And I don't want no that would be my luck. I don't want any part of it. I don't want to be anywhere near it.
Okay,
I don't even want to see one.
I'm just trying to educate you a little bit.
Okay.
Like, I'm just trying to like calm down your maybe preconceived notions of snakes.
It's a snake. I hate it. They got the fangs and no.
I saw this post that Tim Kennedy made the other day, and it was him like holding a dead rattlesnake, and he's like. And it's this long post about like, if you're about conservatism, like you can't say you're a conservist, like like nature and stuff like that, like a nature conservist and you care about or like you can't say you care about nature or anything if you go out and like kill snakes like needlessly, like just because they're in your yard. Like you go out and kill a harmless garter snake or a bull snake or something. He's like, don't call yourself a nature person, or don't call yourself a conservativist, conservist, or whatever the word is.
Whatever
you get the idea.
Yep.
And he's like, and then at the end he's like, except rattlesnakes. Fuck rattlesnakes.
Exactly.
Because down in Texas, it's like rattlesnakes are
everywhere.
They're pretty much a nuisance. It's like there's the best way to put it is that there's enough of them that if you only kill the ones that invade your home area, like your yard, it's like there's still gonna be plenty more. You know what I mean?
And they don't need to exist.
Well, I mean, you gotta control. You got like there's a whole cycle.
There is a cycle, but like
birds, like
okay
like
with it.
snakes kill mice, birds kill snakes, and like that's just how it all rolls. And if you kill all the snakes, but yeah, I know what you mean. It's like it's killing them here and there doesn't really hurt anything.
I'm not gonna kill them.
I mean, there's people out there who will just grab them by the tail and just whip them and it'll break their neck.
Yeah.
A guy who I played football with, he was from Texas, and he would tell me like that's exactly what you do. He's like, you sneak up on a snake, you distract it with one hand, because you know how you see like a snake striking position, how it's coiled up.
Yeah.
If a snake is flat out, unless it turns on you and bites you, it's not going to be able to
lunge.
Yeah, it can't launch at you. So it's like the striking distance is way smaller. So if it's in a flat line, you have a way better chance of just like grabbing it by the tail and not have to worry about being bitten.
And they're too long to curve back up, and like if your hand's up here and they're fully stretched out.
Yeah, they can't.
I mean, they could, like, depending on how long your arm is, they might be able to bite your leg or
yeah, they're not
but
strong enough to, I guess, fight against their own weight.
Yeah.
So they can't come straight up and bite you.
Still, I'm not gonna hold one, but
Somehow,
just in
yeah.
case.
I'm just saying. So like you just grab by the tail and then you just whip it hard enough so that it breaks their neck.
So I guess I was just thinking about going camping in July.
Yep.
Like, imagine like if we get lost. Like, this is gonna be so much fun. And, And like, I see like a 0% chance that this goes wrong.
Okay.
But imagine like if we get lost. Like how much fun that would be, in a sense, until it's not fun.
I think I would have like an instant moment, like as soon as you realize you're lost, like you have no idea where you're going.
Yeah.
Like you have that instant moment of panic, and then it's a moment of like, you have like that moment of, nah, it'll be fine. Like we'll just walk in this, like we have an idea. We'll walk in this direction. We'll stay walking in this direction. We'll be fine. We'll find, either the campsite or civilization or, some, who knows, a river that'll take you to some area.
All the way.
Yeah, and it's like...
That's like exactly why I said like there's 0% chance.
Yeah.
And especially because like, I mean, it's not like
you're bound to find some marked trail at some point unless you're in the middle of the black.
There's always water.
Yeah.
That you can drink, especially with the life water ones. It's like possible to go thirsty.
Yeah. You're bound to get found at some point.
Yeah.
As long as you're not completely...
like hiding, basically. Like I feel like half of those are just bad luck, or like they've been like hiding too long.
Well, I used to watch that show like I Survived or something.
Yeah.
And it was always like there was this one where a dude's leg like got crushed by a boulder and his buddy's just trying to like get him back home safely, and they're like fighting off wolves and bears and stuff like that.
Just
and, like just trying to survive. It's like, yeah, I mean, getting lost is probably it's like one of the more common ways for a disaster to happen, but the only thing that's going to get you killed is panic. That's the worst thing you could do. As long as you stay calm and just like think things through and just use common sense, you're going to survive. You just can't panic and just have a moment of...
Yeah, keep a level head.
Yeah.
Think through.
You can't...
If
you tell yourself you're dead, you're dead.
Oh.
Unless by some miracle you're saved by somebody else.
For
but
sure.
then in that case, it wasn't you that saved you. It was that other person that just happened to
Yeah.
find
So
you.
so like this time we're going to go for like 3 days, 3-day hike. Like, do
So
you
what,
think?
15 miles a day roughly? I mean, it'll be less than that if it adds up to 40 miles, but roughly it's...
Yeah, like about 13 to 15, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, right about.
Me and Kennedy hiked like 4 miles. I'm thinking I might just buy some... Do you wear boots or shoes?
I wear shoes. I got
Like hiking shoes?
mine right here.
You said they were Keen, right?
Yeah. Mine are pretty dirty. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I need to buy some hiking shoes. I was also thinking about just buying some trail running shoes.
But those ones there, I mean, you might want to get boots.
I have boots. I
Okay.
mean, but they were like, but the problem is that they got super warm, and I only hiked 4 miles. I was like, if it's warmer on our hike than it was that day,
But like those King, I don't know what type of boots you got.
they're just Under Armour.
Oh.
They're like Under Armour tactical, like they're kind of like, they're basically military
They're
boots.
probably what I had for work.
Maybe, but they're military boots, but they're like,
Are they black?
yeah.
They're probably exactly. Did they have the knives on there? That said like assault.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are exact boots I had for work. I actually hated those things.
Yeah, I mean they're super comfortable and I love
Yeah.
them, but for like long distance hikes, no, they're
No,
good
not
for
what
that.
you need. That
I
those
feel
are
like I should go to Shields or something and actually try on boots. And- or
what Amazon
hiking
is
shoes.
doing. What I got through here, they got the Amazon wardrobe.
Okay, yeah.
So as long
I
as
know
you get
about
that, you can select like 5 pairs, and they'll send them all to you.
But that seems like it'd be such a hassle.
It's not so easy. That's what I did with these.
Okay.
I got like 5 different pairs of shoes, and I got like some Morels, the Keens, some Columbias, and some other ones, and these ones were hands down my favorite. They send like extra packets for you to ship them back in, and then you do those and be like, I'll take the Keens, and then it just charges you for those.
Right, that makes sense. I've like got stuff and shit before, but the problem is that I'm a size 14.
Yeah.
So this would probably be perfect for me because I'll tell you this quick story. So when me and Kennedy went to Bismarck for my birthday, you know, the night that we watched Detective Pikachu,
Yeah.
earlier that day we went to Shields in Bismarck, and I probably annoyed the crap out of the guy who works there because I was like, I'll try on these shoes. I'll try on these shoes. I'll try on these shoes. And I was like just trying on shoe after shoe after shoe. And I was just like, I just couldn't find a comfortable pair of shoes for me because I have like terribly flat feet. And at one point I picked a pair of shoes because they were like somewhat comfortable. And I was just like, yeah, I'll go with these. Like these feel all right. And they were Under Armour shoes, and typically Under Armour works well for me.
Yeah.
Because all I wanted was a good pair of shoes to walk around in. Just like good recovery shoes. So I wasn't gonna run in these shoes. I wasn't gonna like do any hiking or
Just normal, just everyday shoes.
yeah. So nothing special. And I wanted them cheap. I wanted a cheap pair of like, $40 to $60 pair of shoes. Dude, freaking impossible with my size feet and those specifications
Yeah.
and needing flat feet.
It's like good luck.
I ended up spending like $75 on those reef shoes that I bought. And
That'd be nice.
at one point I even picked a pair of Under Armour shoes, and I put them on. I'm like, yeah, I'll go with these. And I walked around Shields a little bit in them, and I was like, I'll wear them out because those are the shoes I wanted to wear for that day, and so I was like, yeah, I'll walk out with these. So I tried to put them on, and then we walked around, and I was gonna look at it like I was gonna buy a new pair of shorts and a belt too, and I was walking around for a bit, and it's like my feet started to get sore. I'm like, yeah, these aren't good for me. These have too high of arches. So I was just like, yeah, I'll try on a different pair, and then like 3 pairs after that, I finally found like a decent
the
pair of
reefs.
shoes. Yeah.
I can't like Under Armour. I've never had good luck with for shoes.
Under
Like
Armour's-
my cleats, my softball cleats, absolutely ruined them in like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And then like the soles came out, they were super uncomfy. And then like my work boots I had were Under Armour, and like under a year those ones were ruined.
Yeah.
They were comfy at first, but like just normal wear and tear. They were all torn up the sides. The sole was coming off.
I feel like I'm kind of leaning back towards Nike now.
I've had good luck with Adidas too.
Yeah, I tried on these Adidas shoes that were like actually really comfortable. I think they were Ultra Boosts, and they were like super comfortable, super light. They would have been perfect walking around shoes. The only problem,
they're like $130 usually.
Exactly. That was the only problem. I was like, I did not come here to spend $130.
They're solid shoes, like pretty much a lot of them.
Yeah,
are.
it feels like
and
you're not even. It feels like you're
boost.
not even. It feels like your foot isn't even covered by a shoe. It feels like you're just. It feels like you just have soles underneath.
I bought mine. I bought for work or just their Neo Cloud Foam. I bought them for like $75. They're so comfy. I just bought pure all black, updated from the boots. I thought it was amazing. Oh, the other thing I thought was crazy. I sent that post to you today about Mike Poisner. Do you know who that is?
Who?
Mike Poisner.
Uh-uh.
No. Do you remember that song "Cooler Than Me"?
No.
No. Okay. Anyways, it's the guy that song. It's probably like one of my favorite songs growing up as a kid.
Okay.
"Cooler Than Me." I'll show it to you later.
It probably. I probably remember
Like-
as soon as you play it.
I can't sing, but I'll show you later.
Okay.
But like this guy, he went like, you know who Hoodie Allen is?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
kind of like those two guys got along, similar music, like a mixture of like hip hop and pop, somewhere in the middle there.
Yeah.
Like that's what he did, and he was a good guy. I thought like really good into that, and then I guess lately like totally lost track. Like haven't been following him at all for music or anything wise. And then today I saw a post on him, and like huge beard, and he was doing the trek across America. So he was walking from like Washington down to Florida. It was like 2,800 miles.
Mm-hmm.
He was just walking straight, and dude, he looks like Forrest Gump. And like he has the whole like beanie on, like his beard's down to here, and he's just like, I just keep on moving. Like I noticed that the days I go like my normal distance or just kind of do whatever or go less, those are the days that take a long time. But the days I try to beat my record goal, walk like 22 miles a day, he's like, those are the days I get it. And like apparently he's totally changed directions. And like he went from a rapper, like always decked out and like looks like a rapper,
Yeah.
into looking like Forrest Gump, because like after I guess Avicii died of like the drug overdose.
Yep.
His dad died, dude. Full 180. Like I didn't even recognize him. Like he sounds different, and like I was like, what? This guy went from seeing Cooler Than Me to saying Janae in like a couple of years. It blew my mind.
Crazy, man.
Like you saw the post I sent you. It
Which
was this one.
You gotta have goals that inspire
Oh, that one.
That's him.
Your life can't just be about solving problems. You gotta have goals that inspire you.
He's got like a construction vest on. Like, dude, he looks like a grade A homeless
Started off
person.
doing 10 miles a day. Now I'm up to 20 miles a day. But it took some work to get there.
And
I'm
yeah,
still building. What I noticed
I hope
is
the microphone's catching this. I'm sure it is.
but so like, anyways, like there's that, and I'll show you a picture of him like back when he sounded like Cooler Than Me and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just it blows your mind.
Cool, man.
But like,
So
here's
for the-
him back in the day.
Yeah, dude. He's
Just like a total 180.
completely dapper. Like he basically went from California to North Dakota.
Yeah, like full on Louisiana Forrest Gump.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, and I saw it was like popped up in an ad on Facebook, and I was like,
I thought that was just some random dude. I didn't realize who it actually was.
yeah, I was like, Mike Posner, like, and then I click on it, I'm like, that is him, dear God. And then yeah, he's at like almost 700 miles walking out of the 2,800.
That's crazy.
Dude, and I was like,
Good for him, man.
dude, that's insane. Yeah, he's just trying to do it for like a good cause and walk across the United States I was like, all right. Doesn't look like he's like really many other people there with him. He's just cruising by himself. Like,
That's awesome.
that guy is worth millions, I would imagine, or he used to be.
Yeah,
And,
I mean, if he's that big, yeah, I'm sure he's. I don't know.
Yeah, but dude, I thought it was insane. And then E3 came out, and
Anything special about E3 that you really liked?
not yet. I'm waiting for the Microsoft one. Today was just the EA.
Yeah, I mean, Madden 20 looks pretty
Madden
solid.
20. I mean, yeah, Madden 20 is like a gimme.
Yeah.
I buy every Madden, so.
Are we gonna keep playing Apex then?
Yeah, season 2 will be coming out.
When does that come out?
I don't know if they gave a release date, unless it's like already like right away.
Right.
Which is, I guess I didn't know.
Okay.
I was kind of like half watching, half doing other stuff.
Right.
But that looks exciting. Watson, new guns. Had like the L-Star comes down in care packages. It has like extreme firepower, like a assault gun that you can shoot through doors and stuff like that.
Basically a rocket launcher or an RPG.
But it's an assault rifle. Just has high like FMJ basically.
Okay. Cool.
But looks sweet. And yesterday at work, dude, I felt so special. Got this like Muslim dude,
Okay.
and
Is this something that's gonna get us banned off of YouTube?
nope. But his name's Ollie. I can say that because like 95% of Muslims are named Ollie.
All right.
And just
Ollie, right? Ollie.
L-I
I know. I'm just kidding.
A-L-I
The way you say it, it sounds like Ollie.
Ollie, yeah. And but that's his name. Just a pain in the ass.
Okay.
And so like I started calling him different names like Ali Akbar and just kind of just different things. But the one I said like Alibaba, like I'm like, that's God, right? Like that's another name for like Jesus or God, like Allah, and like Alibaba. And then this other girl I was working with, she's like, Alibaba? No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that's from Aladdin. So I was like, no, I guarantee you it's another name for God. So we ended up looking it up. Alibaba is a band of thieves in Aladdin.
I knew that sounded familiar.
I was like, yeah, I'm a fucking idiot.
Alibaba.
I was like, hands down.
Did you see the new Aladdin movie?
I haven't seen it
How
yet.
did you get that mixed up?
Dude, I don't know. I watched a lot of Aladdin as a kid, and
I was practically raised on Disney.
yeah, me too. Mulan, Aladdin.
I feel like I was only proud of that whenever I was dating girls. It's like, oh yeah, I was totally raised on Disney. Like, try to give that feeling of like, oh yeah, like,
There's a
when
little
you talk to
cartoons.
when you talk to other dudes, you want to hide that kind of stuff. You're like, oh, Frozen, who would want to watch that? You're like, you're talking with a chick who you're into, and you're like, oh yeah, Frozen. That's like my favorite movie ever.
Gotta have that soft side.
Exactly, the soft side. Show that soft side of yours.
No, I'm just more of like everybody. I'm like, dude, yeah, that's the shit. Oh, I love Mulan.
Yeah.
Road to El Dorado. One of the best.
I mean, yeah,
City of Gold. Atlantis.
that's one movie they gotta make into live action.
Loaded
El Dorado.
Dice. You gave me Loaded Dice? Like,
That movie just all around.
it's
is great.
classic.
How have they not like?
I
Come
don't
on,
know.
you can't do Aladdin and not do Road to El Dorado.
That was just one of my favorites. Like, I'd watch it probably every week, if not more than that.
It's just
Every
like
few years.
that's another like thing that's just it's a nostalgia thing. It's
That
like, I
is-
remember sitting in a sleeping bag. Like I remember we stayed at this one house. I don't even remember whose it was, but yeah, we just like slept on the floor in this living room, and there's the VCR playing Road to El Dorado on a box TV, and it's so weird that we're at that point where we're talking about our we're thinking about our childhoods. Like we're the adults who look back at our childhoods.
Yeah. My friend is a kid.
Huh?
Our friend has a kid. Well, multiple friends have kids.
Yep.
And the other movie I used to watch all the time, Weird Enough, was Wedding Singer with Adam Sandler. Somebody kill me! Yeah, I watched it all the time as a kid. That's probably where I've become terrible. Because I was a little kid watching Adam Sandler all the time. That and Billy Madison. Stop looking at me, Schwan.
I was completely protected as a kid when it comes to like
that was like the easy stuff, and I don't know. I was
sheltered. That's the right word. I was totally sheltered as a kid.
I don't know. I guess I wasn't allowed to play outside. So
what?
Not in the front yard, anyways. I'd be allowed to play in the backyard.
Why?
I lived in Portland, Oregon. A lot of adoptions.
Really?
Abductions, yeah. Or
yeah, it's like in North Dakota. That's like practically unheard of. I mean,
I couldn't go out riding bikes alone.
Yeah,
I could hardly go hang out at friends' houses.
Dude, when I was a kid, it's like we would go through Pipestem, and it's like me and my neighbor and like my other siblings, we just walk around like Pipestem and just play army. Or there were times where Colton would walk all the way to my grandma's old house from where we live now, and that's like a 5-mile walk.
Oh, I wasn't allowed to go up by myself.
That's
ever.
Crazy.
Like,
that's sad.
If I wanted to go to the park, I had to have like both parents.
That's sad. Yeah. But I mean, that's life. Just what are you gonna
as soon as I moved to California, then it got a little better. I'd go out.
Which is funny. You think Portland wouldn't be such a bad place?
Oh, it is.
I mean, I went to Seattle, and it was like the first day we went to Seattle, we accidentally got off the train in a part where there was like a lot of homeless people. And it's like, not saying that all homeless people are bad. Like, there's good homeless people who just like were dealt a bad card, but then there's people who put themselves in that position and they're just not good people.
Just
but it's like
dirtbags.
You can't tell the difference really. Like you can't just look at them and be like, oh, that's a good homeless person. Oh, that's a bad homeless person. Oh, that guy's gonna shank me. Oh, that guy's just wanting to help me out.
Like, I feel like you always have a chance, unless you.
It's always a 50-50
both arms
chance.
and both legs.
Like it's, and so we go to Seattle, and it's like they have blocks just full of tents, and it's just people who sleep in tents like on the street, and it's like here we are with our suitcases from the airport, and just like we look like the biggest friggin' tourists in like any city ever.
Oh, yeah.
But it's funny because so we're walking down to like towards our hotel because it's like, I don't know, like 6 or 7 city blocks away, and we're basically walking through downtown Seattle with like all our luggage and stuff. I'm just waiting for someone to just run up and try to steal our suitcases out of our hands. But I'm like a big dude, and my dad's a big dude, so I feel like nobody's gonna try to mess with us. So unless they have a gun or something,
knife.
I don't know. But yeah, so like people are like asking for change, and people are like offering directions, and like this one woman came up to us. She offered us directions, and she's like, oh yeah, you go down this way. Here, I'll walk you down there. And we're like, oh, that's okay. We'll just go on our own. It's like. The thing is, like, when these people help you, it's like they're not just asking.
It's tips.
Yeah,
that's what they want. They want tips.
They want gratuity for their helpfulness, and it's like my dad gave this one woman like $20 or something.
Way too generous.
It's like that's just how my parents are. Like my mom would give like $100 tip whenever like to her server if she's feeling good that day. But
my dad taught me, he just says, don't even look him in the eye. Ignore him.
Yeah, I mean what I was always taught. Like my dad and mom would be like, when you're walking down the street and you got those guys handing out pamphlets and stuff, and you got like vendors and stuff, like just completely ignore them. Just walk by. Don't even give them the time of day, because they're not gonna think you're rude. Like they get people like that all the time, and they get it. Like they're like they know that you know that it's a scam, and you're not falling for that scam.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much.
Like my dad would be flying out of San Francisco all the time, and there it's really bad too. So.
And the problem is that once the other people see that you're handing out money, they just take advantage of it.
This guy's got money on him.
Exactly. They just want to take advantage.
Just hungry after that.
Like God forbid you help one person, and then like everybody's asking for a handout.
I don't help anybody. That's what I've learned.
I don't know
what I've learned from life.
I mean, I try not to generalize like all homeless people, but if
Worthless.
you are one of the people who just
Get
put
a
yourself
job.
in that position and try to expect other people to lift you back up, then just
Unless
I
you're a
feel bad for
couch, like, a vegetable, then... Nah.
I don't know. It's hard to start because you gotta get a job, but you gotta be like clean, and you gotta be a clean, like well
Dude,
presented person.
I've known a few people that got hired here in town.
Uh-huh.
Nah, they'll hire anybody.
Fair enough.
But, yeah, that's about it. Oh, I guess the other thing, if you want to talk about Disney, so I've been on Tuesdays. I've been going over to Corey and Josie's house, and we watched The Bachelorette, and so that's like Josie and Cornballs, the other girl Corey's like show. Like they love watching The Bachelorette.
Yeah.
It's one girl, then all the dudes trying to like marry her, like dating for 6 weeks or however long it is.
Yeah.
And then comes out and then they get married afterwards. But dude, so I've been watching that for the past 2 weeks on Tuesday. And dude, there's this one guy on the show, coolest dude I've ever met in my life. Like his name is John Paul Jones.
Okay.
That's not first, middle, last. That's his first name. He makes everybody call him it. It's not John, it's not Paul, it's not Jones, it's John Paul Jones. And
That's alpha.
dude, like this guy he's the most like bro dude ever. he wasn't saying anything like an entire episode, and one dude said something just like he's an idiot. He was just standing in the back, he's like, no, and like the camera just zooms in on him, just be like, no, and he just like he could just smell it on him, like it's all bullshit. And like you can just see like, oh, maybe you're smart after all, but like he shows like no signs. The other like doesn't say anything the entire episode, and then they're playing rugby, and it just zooms in on him, and then he like looks at the camera and he's got like black war paint all over his face, and he's like, ah, let's get it. Shaka, bro. And like it was the best thing ever. Like, dude, I was dying, and I was like, you know what? I gotta follow this dude on Instagram. I look him up, and I was like, I wonder what his username is, and like, so I Google it. His username is John Paul Jones. John Paul Jones. And I was sitting there while watching The Bachelorette. I just started like giggling to myself, and I was thinking about it and laughing harder, and then harder, and then harder, and they like turn like I'm like, so I looked up John Paul Jones' Instagram. I like, explained it to them, and they started laughing too. We're like, oh my dude, that's like the most bro move ever. Is just to repeat your full on like power move name twice.
It's my name.
And then like one post, like no context, it's like him and a girl standing in a field, and then he's like, there's some chicken nuggets over there. I don't know, like there was no picture of chicken nuggets, and there's no food. It was just him and a girl, like a nice picture out like at a prairie field. He's like, some chicken nuggets over there. Like this guy is like, he's the dude. And like in the one episode, you've watched The Big Lebowski, haven't you?
I watched most of it on the plane trip to Hawaii. I didn't finish it though.
Okay, but like you know what he
So,
wears, like the
yeah.
cardigan and like
Oh, yeah.
pajama pants.
Yep.
And like one episode, John Paul Jones was wearing exactly that. He's got like long flowing hair. I'm like, this guy is the dude. Like he's just that, but young.
Right.
Like that's it.
He's on his way.
And like I feel like just him alone makes the show. Like, oh, I'm pretty sure he won't win, but that's what I get for watching.
He's got a puncher's chance.
Watching the show with Corey and then his wife and friend.
Fun.
You get reeled in. It's really more of just like rooting. I make fun of people. Josie's like, you can't talk this episode, but then as soon as it presses play, I'm already talking. I'm like, I can't hold back. This is too good. This is a gold mine.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. It really is.
Yeah, I can't see how you can't talk during that show and just like not make fun of every single little thing about that show.
There was another dude, he's jacked, and like right away he's like, oh yeah, you know, I feel like we're really connected because like I do CrossFit. And I was like, yes, there it is. He's just trying to find a sentence where he can drop that.
He's trying to find reasons to talk about himself.
I do CrossFit. And so like everything I said, I was like, dude, look at this guy. He's a total pimp. He does CrossFit. Well, what else? Like, probably does CrossFit.
Probably vegan.
Like, you know what? He's the coolest guy I'll ever. Probably because he just does CrossFit.
He's totally a feminist.
One time he's like, they're doing a photo shoot, and he's like, you know what? Get on my back. I'm gonna do push-ups. And like, he just gets down. He's like, yeah, it was pretty easy because you know I do CrossFit. I was like, dude, this is painful. I was like, dude, this is when people say all guys are terrible. Like, that's who they're talking about. But yeah, that's. You'll have to watch this sometime. Like, it's not like...
I never thought you would be the one to try to tell me to watch The Bachelorette.
But yeah, dude, I got reeled into it, and I just realized that it's like a gold mine for just like...
Just invite me to come over and watch it with you guys.
Yeah,
because I want to listen to you guys. I want to listen to you talk about it.
Zach came over last time, too.
I don't want to see, like, I want to see Corey's wife's face, like, while you're talking. Do you not want to say her name?
I already said it.
Oh, because the first time you said it, you were like Corey's wife. I'm like, oh, are we not like naming names of like other people?
Oh, I was just making sure that was clear.
Okay. Yeah. So like, I'd love to see her face, like, because like she's the one who told you, you know, don't talk during the show, and I want to see you talking.
Just like right away, like probably like 3 seconds in, I'm like, I'm not gonna talk. I'm not. Did you guys see that? And yeah, at least all composure. And it's amazing.
There's just no hiding it.
Like, all the dudes around there, like, dude, I'm cool with you, bro. I know you're cool with me, but this shit ain't gonna work out.
That's what I love. I love about The Ultimate Fighter.
Just pure bro talks.
Like, well, that too, but it's like, these guys get like, it's just a house full of testosterone, and just like, these dudes are fighting for a 6-digit contract in the UFC, and it's like, these guys can talk as much shit as they want, but at some point, they're going to be put in a cage together, and they're going to have to throw down. It's like, it's that one show where you get that satisfaction of, you know, who's like...
Do they still do that show?
I think so.
I'll have to really
I haven't looked into it much.
Like, I thought they stopped it years ago, but I can't remember.
Maybe, but that's actually, that show actually helped the UFC take off, because if it wasn't for that show, the UFC probably would have been bankrupt, and it wouldn't have been anything like it is today.
Tito Ortiz and Chuck Liddell, like 1 year?
I think they did it a couple of years.
I think that was the last I heard about it, really.
Conor McGregor and Uriah Faber did one, and then Cody Garbrandt and TJ Dillashaw did 1 year. Those are the most recent ones I've heard about.
Yeah.
But lately...
I feel like I could watch any of them, and like the 1 year would still be a surprise, because I don't know.
Yeah, it's for, like... For all I know, they could just be filming it right now, and maybe it won't come out till later.
Yeah.
Like, maybe they're just in the filming stage right now.
I'm pretty sure they'd have to film it all out beforehand, right?
It's like a tournament. It's only like I want to say it's only like an 8-week process or something. It's not like a whole year show, you know what I mean? Because you just have like effort, like you have like 16 fighters, and then it's like every week they fight. And then you just try to bring it down to... Sometimes they have 2 separate weight classes. So they'll have, like, 2 different fights a week just to, like, you know, bring up the amount of fights every week. And so, yeah, they would... So at the end, they would have 2 different weight class fights for the Ultimate Fighter. And, yeah, they'd usually have that during a UFC event, like a pay-per-view, or just during a regular fight night. Yeah, good stuff. I liked it. I would watch the old ones, and I think the first one I watched was Miesha Tate and the Ronda Rousey one. Okay. And it was like, it's super entertaining. It's even more fun when the coaches like just hate each other, because it's like there's so much more conflict. And so, there's been seasons where they'll have the coaches fight each other at the end. Like Frankie Edgar and BJ Penn, they had a season, and Yeah, they fought at the end of that. And I think Frankie Edgar beat BJ Penn for a third time. Because Frankie Edgar had beat BJ Penn like twice beforehand, and BJ's like, I gotta get that in. Like,
He didn't get it.
he didn't get it. But BJ Penn's like a legend in the sport.
Yeah. He's getting
you look at his history.
Old, really old now.
Oh yeah, you look at his history, and it's like he was a champion like 2 different weight divisions. Like he was constantly fighting to like get to the top, and at first they didn't give him like his shots or whatever, but then like they finally gave him a shot, and then when he finally won the first belt, he's like, this is too easy, I'm gonna try a different division. Then he just crushed the other division, and yeah, like that's why he's seen as a legend. It's like you can't judge him by how he's doing now. It's like you gotta look back and realize like this dude was the man.
You're gonna start to slow down sooner or later.
Exactly.
He's just hit that your entire life.
Yeah, there's still plenty of guys who he could easily beat, but it's just
whether you want to take those easy fights or not.
Like that's just how it always is. You're not gonna be able to beat every single person ever.
Yeah. Especially like once you start getting old, and then like a young guy comes in there, and they match up a lot of young.
There's
young
no
guys.
such thing as a true undefeated.
Yeah.
Because eventually you're gonna find somebody. Like look at Mayweather. It's like, yeah, he's like an incredible boxer. Don't get me wrong, he's the best boxer ever. But, you know, there are going to be there is a boxer out there who could have beat him. I guarantee it. This just happens to be that the 50 plus guys that he has boxed, he's just been able to beat.
Compared to on like a weight ratio, like if he went up against
because like the Manny Pacquiao fight, that was questionable. A lot of people thought that Manny Pacquiao won some of the rounds that they said he lost, but
yeah.
It's all up to opinion at that point.
I mean, like if you discard weight and ratio, if you put him up against that Wilder guy, Wilder would absolutely kill him. But yeah, like it's all
dude, he's like twice his size.
Yeah, exactly. And that dude is. I would not even want to like get punched by that guy. That guy looks scary.
I saw this article today about the what's his name, Anthony Joshua, and that other guy, the Diaz, whatever.
Oh, the chubby guy?
Yeah, like how he beat him, and they're talking about a rematch now, and they're like, oh, if this guy beats Anthony Joshua again in a rematch, it's going to be bad for Anthony Joshua's career. It's like, why? Like, was he, like, does this, like, make him not as great? It's like, so one guy can beat him out of, like, the tens of other really good boxers who can beat him. It's like, that's just how it is in sports. You look at NFL, NHL, MLB, it's like, there's always going to be teams.
One up.
Like, if the Browns beat Pittsburgh and the Patriots beat Pittsburgh, you don't say the Browns are better than the Patriots. You just say the Browns are better than the Steelers and the Patriots are better than the
Patriots, you mean?
Yeah. Like if the Steelers beat the Patriots and the Browns beat the Steelers, you don't say the Browns beat the Patriots. You just say, or the Browns are better than the Patriots. You just say the Patriots.
It's not a triangle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Patriots are still better than the Browns.
It's either blue cheese and wings, so you can go fuck your mother.
Yeah. So that's just my opinion on it. Like fighting. Fighting can't be looked at as oh, you got beat twice by the same guy, your career's over. It's like, no, just let them fight other guys and just move on.
And just see, everybody might have like a wrestler against like a judo.
Like,
I mean, it's going to be different than fighting a brawler, like a boxer, kickboxer.
That could
whatever.
be like one guy out of the other 100 fighters that can beat him.
Yeah.
Just like, strategy and athleticism wise.
Speed, power, all that stuff. A lucky punch. It's all it is.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe Anthony Joshua will beat him in the rematch if there is a rematch. I don't know. I don't think it's confirmed yet, but just saying.
It all depends on the hatred. Like, no, I beat this guy.
I just don't like how they're so willing to just throw fighters out the door. It's like Conor McGregor did it perfectly. Like he started his own whiskey brand, and now he's just making bank. He doesn't need the UFC anymore. He doesn't need anybody.
He took off. He got full up into promotions.
He's made more from proper 12 than he has from fighting in the UFC. It's like that just tells you he's a genius.
That's
like
a
he used to be a plumber on welfare before he
having
became a
his
professional
wife
fighter.
or girlfriend support everything, buying meals for him so he can get in shape, gym, and all that.
Yep.
Support everything just so he could go after this. And now he's one of the richest.
Yeah, just
It's crazy.
it's crazy, man.
All right. I say a quick recap and then call her good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So for September,
Yep.
do a medium fast.
Okay.
So like all media stuff, we'll just delete it off of our phones, and at the end we can check. We're like every 7 days, check, make sure see what we're using, if it's going down, and stuff like that.
Yep.
Next thing, like just exercise, just regular. We can set up a program of like a normal routine.
Are we gonna do a My Zone fitness challenge?
Yeah, we can do that too.
Okay.
I was also talking about different workouts, like a schedule, like arms, legs, do something like that. Make up a workout to follow for that month.
Okay.
And not really a competition, but like we can do the points. Like that'll be our competition for that area.
Yeah, because there's definitely going to be a difference between, like, let's say you lift weights an hour a day, and then, like, I run for an hour a day. I'm definitely going to have more points.
Yeah, you're going to smoke me in the points. But what we should be doing is like a not light, but like a quick workout, weight workout, body weight, or weighted heavy weights. And then also running will come out. I don't know exactly if we should do a set miles per week or
try to run as many miles as you can
through like a 5 to 10K a day. I don't know, so, like just for example, something like that. Run 3 to 6 miles.
I would just say who can run the most miles for a certain amount of time.
Just total for
a month.
For a month.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool.
Or a week even, because MyFitnessPal it records you like week by week, so we could either measure it.
I think a month would be cool.
Just do like 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks.
Just the 31 days, however many days are in September. I can't remember.
Yep.
I think it's 30.
Yeah.
But to do that, and then the vegan diet.
Okay.
And I mean with vegan, like the no alcohol and all the drinks.
Yep.
Besides water, so we can drink water and regular water.
Yep.
Just those two.
Okay.
No coffee, no soda, no Pel.
Okay. Is tea okay? Green tea? I mean, it's just like plant.
I guess so.
Yeah, herbs.
Yeah. Not like just the packet, like hot green tea. Not like Arizona green tea.
Oh, no, yeah. I'm talking about the packets.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I drink.
Yeah.
I drink green tea.
Good. Yeah, make sure it's like that all natural.
Yeah, just the herbal.
All
not
natural
the herbal
ones.
tea. What do you call it? Not herbal tea. Because I guess there's a difference. Like, herbal tea is like 0 calorie or 0 caffeine, whereas green tea is like... Is it leaf? Is it like leaf tea? I don't know. I guess green tea has like 20 milligrams of caffeine, I guess, per cup.
But like it depends on if you want to do no caffeine as well.
No, you shouldn't do no caffeine.
Okay.
Like everything.
Yeah, green tea. Okay, green tea, the pure green tea or herbal or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I'm against like cutting everything out, but definitely like restricting.
Yep. The other thing is if you want to have like a cheat day.
Not for during the challenge. The whole point of the challenge is just to go through it.
Okay.
We'll have a cheat day at the end.
Perfect.
Just like go to
first.
Go down to Sabir's and have a big steak or something.
Yeah. October 1st.
Yep.
We can do that. Cheat day. Not Sabir's. I don't like Sabir's.
I'm just saying. They're a steak place, so I was thinking steak.
Yeah. But do that, and then waking up at a set time in the morning.
Okay.
Solid?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we'll talk to Tom about it later. Try to get him.
He's already set up. I signed. I poked his blood and signed for him.
Okay.
So yeah, we're set there.
Sold the soul to the devil.
I think that's good, right?
Yeah. I mean, anything else you want to add?
I don't think so.
All right.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Love you. Bye. Yep. That's it.